Coach, it is a perfect night here in the capital city of Atlanta, Georgia. We've got the roof open, and we are ready to go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow, Marshall 180. Here we go, let's bring it.
And this is caught by Evans. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now here's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Wallace. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Ready, set.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Mike 54. Let's go.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Check 43. Jump. Deep grip.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Watch the safety creep. Now.
A first down carry for Smith. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
54,
now back to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Check 52, Bravo.
2nd and 6. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Odell Beckham, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw, and he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. Don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. That's complete to Smith. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. On second down, a run with Breida. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 36. Mahomes now to throw. Going. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's checking crowd. 80 weapon. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Hey, Alpha.
Here's 2nd and 8. Incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's able to find Wallace. A big play there for the Niners. And even 50 yards. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, you know, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, exit. Come.
2nd and 4. This one caught by Ridley. And able to rip chip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check the backer, check the backer. Kill.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey, here I come.
6-6, pull it high. Hey.
Check 9. Showing up.
Get it.
A give to Smith out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ito Smith that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the 1st half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to come from what, a linebacker, a corner, a safety? They feel like he can win every battle.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have, as they get him behind the line. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Airing this one out, and this will be caught at the 30. An explosive 38-yard pickup. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, he'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. It's caught by OBJ. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan is showing you.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd and 5. And this one complete to Smith. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 33. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of a Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
They'll look to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Smith trying to run for it. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Another try for Smith. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal.
Take 4, take 4.
They'll go with a keeper. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. So it's challenge time. The referee's tablet coming out. And the big question, Charles, did that football break the plane to the goal line?
They just need any part of the ball to cross the goal line in order for it to count. Remember, it's got to be indisputable, though. Sometimes we think it's going to be there. We can't really find it on the tablet. So we'll see what the final call is going to be.
Mahomes going to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Hey, Zoo.
They'll look to throw here, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got Evans. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 23 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's caught. Beckham. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Mahomes firing complete. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They run with freedom. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And his kick here is good. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out here trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Again, it's Smith. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Hey, orbit.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
2nd and 15. Finding some room at midfield. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
54, right there, right there.
Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The open man is Smith. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Yeah.
Alert 3. Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
General West.
Now Ito Smith. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive took a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Mahomes. That'll be complete to Breida. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Mahomes now 14 out of 17, 82%. And it's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job for knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Mahomes to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And the defense loses him. It's complete. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on them.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the exit. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 63 yards. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Try to punch it in with Smith. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Quan Alexander in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game.
Falcons 31.